I got cancer in 2013. I was diagnosed in 2013, and with that I had a fairly major surgery in my neck. I had cancer in my throat. All in all, like, it made me very weak. I couldn't work anymore. I couldn't sing, I couldn't play, I couldn't really do anything. I was just, for want of a better word, I was fucked. And then I contacted Support Act because there was actually something that was aimed at my kind of people, or an organisation that I felt actually had would understand my position. It was like with empathy. I can't stress how much of a difference it's made to my life, my family's life, in that really dark period which lasted for 5 years basically. Support Act was the one thing that really kind of changed the course of my recovery.
I got in touch with Support Act because I was in big trouble. I had a bad hip and need to be operated on. Didn't have the money to get operated on, and the public hospital gave me a year. But I couldn't be on crutches for a year. I need to work, I need to earn money, I need to, to be active. So Support Act came to the rescue, big time. And I tell you what, it paid off, because I'm now completely back to normal, thanks to Support Act, thanks to all the love and compassion that you people showed me. It was like just overwhelming.
I worked for 30 odd years on the road, thinking that it was going to go on forever. I damaged a knee, or the cumulative damage to my knee was caused by carrying heavy weights up and down stairs and running and crouching and all the things that you do. And I had no resources to deal with not being able to work with an injured knee, not being able to keep up with the debts, and became very depressed about the prospect of living in my car. And a friend of mine suggested that I call Support Act, and as it happened I spoke to Lindy Morrison, of whom I was a fan, and they very generously pulled my fat out of the fire. For 6 months they covered my rent and my bills while I was recovering from knee reconstruction. The call was probably the smartest thing I ever did after I left rock and roll, but I didn't even know originally that the group existed.
Pastor Joe was diagnosed with cancer in the middle of 2014, and in 2016, when he was in hospital undergoing treatment for cancer, my car had got written off in the middle of the night, and suddenly I was without a vehicle to get him to medical appointments and various things surrounding his cancer predicament. Support Act were amazing in the degree of warmth I received in talking about the situation that we were in, and their willingness to help me and to help Joe. So we were totally encouraged immediately to put in an application and to work out what the priority would be for support. We were both on very low incomes. As a musician, an independent musician, the financial reward isn't great, and in the first grant we were told that Support Act also contributed towards funerals. So if that was the outcome of Joe's illness, then to apply again to Support Act for a contribution to the funeral, and that's what happened.
I'm really grateful Support Act was there for me. It changed the game. It made a huge difference to my mental health, as well as being able to get through a pretty tough physical time. So I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful Support Act was there for me.
Again, to the people who who don't know what to do or think that there's nobody out there that you can reach out to, go to their website, learn what they can tell you and get in touch. They genuinely want to help people when historically nobody else did. So just do it. Don't be proud.